In this video, I'm going to show you how to get massive targeted free traffic to your blog or website in any niche. I'm going to show you the exact things that I did personally to get 127,000 visitors to our niche website. I'm here inside the analytics account for one of the niche websites that my wife and I own. And as you can see, we started the website in May 2019. And we're looking at the traffic stats for between May 2019 and February 2020. And as you can see, we've had 127,228 visitors to our website in this time period. You can see the growth of the traffic, and you can see that majority of this traffic came from organic search. So this is from Google search. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact things that my wife and I did to attract this traffic and to get this massive traffic growth that will not stop, that will continue growing. What's up everyone? My name is Greg Kononenko. I run this YouTube channel, Caffeinated Blogger, and on this channel I put out regular videos that will help you make a full-time income online so that you can have a better future for yourself and your family. Make sure to subscribe just below this video, tick the bell notification icon as well so that you never miss my future videos. Alright, so the very first thing that I want to talk about is expectations. You, I'm sure, want to get traffic to your website or to your blog. That's why you're watching this video. But I want to make one thing clear. It is impossible to get massive traffic to your website just like this. You've got two options when you're looking to get traffic to your website or to your blog, and that is either free targeted traffic or paid targeted traffic. If you want free targeted traffic, then you need to be patient and you need to invest some time. There is no magic solution that exists that you somehow magically get hundreds of thousands of visitors per month in your first or in your second or in your third month of blogging. It just does not happen. You need to take time to produce high quality content. Google needs time to start trusting your website. And I want to show you a couple of things here. So you can see that we started our website in May 2019, and around May I actually did a little bit of social media on the side. That's why there are some spikes where on some days we had 400 and 200 visitors and so on, but most of that traffic was from social media. We were getting barely any visitors in May, in June and in July. So the first 3 months we kept publishing articles. I think we published about 15 articles in those months, and we were getting almost no results. So the sad truth is that majority of bloggers, they quit at around this mark. They publish 15 or 20 articles, they start getting maybe 20 or 50 visitors a day, and they think this is just not worth it. I've spent days of my life, weeks of my life writing content, and I'm still only getting 50 visitors per day and I'm not making any money. And 99% of bloggers probably quit around this point, or they think I should go into a different niche. Does any of this feel familiar? If you guys have been in this situation, then please drop me a comment below. I want to know, because in my experience with people that I talk to, this happens all the time. And that's very unfortunate, because if the people who start these websites and then they abandon them, if they keep going, it is very, very possible and very likely to start seeing growth, just like what you can see here on the screen. Okay, so I'm now in the visitor view. I'm just going to switch over to page views so that you can see how the page views have also grown. So here I am in the page view. You can see that now we're enjoying most days where we get approximately 2,000 page views per day, but it took time. In August, we continued publishing the articles even though we were getting almost no page views throughout the first few months. And we continued publishing articles in September, and we started getting 200, 300, 400, 500 page views. And we again continued publishing articles. And then finally the payoff comes around month 6 or thereabouts. 6, 7 is when normally the blogs, after continuous publishing of content, start picking up steam. I have personally done this in many different niches, and this is why I kept going, whereas majority of the people unfortunately quit around this 2 or 3 month mark. So my tip number 1 is do not give up. If you believe in the niche, you know that you've done the right thing in choosing the niche. Stick with it. Continue publishing the content. It's very, very important, because it takes Google some time to start trusting your website, to recognize your content as high quality content. And we have now published about 63 articles on our site, and you can see that we have continued growing and we will continue growing further and further. I fully expect that later this year we will hit 10,000 daily page views, and from here onwards the only way is going up. If this feels too long for you, then think about this. Where were you in your online business 12 months ago? And imagine that you started this blog 12 months ago, and by now, even though it does take, feels like a long time, 12 months, but as you know, these 12 months, they just go like this. And in 12 months from now, if you start today, you are very likely to have a successful blog if you just commit to it and stick with it. That will work for you on complete autopilot. We can take time off, and this blog will continue bringing us traffic day after day, month after month. And this is the holy grail of online marketing. This is exactly why I personally really like blogging, because we can take time off and this traffic just keeps coming and it keeps making us money. The other thing to keep in mind here, of course, is that this website is in a super hard niche. It's in a fitness niche. So if you start a blog in a less competitive niche, you can see results a lot sooner. It's very possible to see good results in 2 or 3 months, and in 12 months, it's possible to see amazing results, right? So this is one of the hardest niches that you can possibly go into. And as you can see, it's very possible to crack this niche with some patience as well. The second thing that I want to discuss is the importance of choosing the right niche. So let's compare two niche examples here. I am on the hollywoodgossip.com website, and it's a high traffic website, but think about if you were to start a website dedicated to Hollywood gossip. Whenever a person comes onto your website, let's say they Google something and they land on this page about Kaylin Lowry, she got paid how much for pregnancy reveal. Think about the mindset of this visitor. So they either Googled it or they've seen a post on social media. If they're reading about this, what is their mindset, and are they trying to solve some kind of a problem? So when they read about this, they might have some general interest in Kaylin and how much she got paid for her pregnancy reveal. But are they looking for a solution to a particular problem right now? And are they likely to click on any ads or buy anything as a result of looking at this? My guess would be no. So the traffic that would be landing on this page, even if there are ads like these ads that you can see here, I would be very unlikely to click on any of these ads reading this article, because I'm not looking. I'm looking for a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of information. I'm not looking for a solution to a particular problem. Another example, if I'm looking for best comedy of 2019 for some movie information and I click on this website here, am I in the mindset of buying something? No, because probably I'm gonna buy the movie on Netflix or on my Stan subscription or something like that. I'm just looking for information, but I don't have a burning problem that I'm trying to solve. So in my mind, things like gossip and movie reviews, they're not really very good niches. Now let's flip over to the other side and let's talk about something that I think is a great idea for a niche. Things like best nootropics. So if you're not familiar with nootropics, these are so-called smart drugs or things that enhance cognitive function, memory, performance, etc. And this is a huge niche and it's growing very fast. So if I was to consider starting a website in the future, then this is definitely a niche that I would consider. And here is the reason why. A person who is looking for best nootropics or how to enhance memory, they've got a problem that they're trying to solve, and they're in the buying mode or buying mood. So if they open one of these websites, for example, this website here, Nootropics Expert, and they read about these best nootropics, they are researching what they should be buying. They're interested in perhaps dealing with anxiety or depression, or to get more energy and motivation, and they're researching what kind of things that can help them. So they have a problem, an urgent problem that they're trying to solve, and they are very likely to buy whatever this website recommends. Also, if this website has ads, then most likely those ads will be targeted. There'll be ads by manufacturers of these nootropics. And so a person would be very likely to either click on an ad or click on one of these links and buy something through the affiliate link on this website. Therefore, this traffic is so much more targeted and this niche is so much better to start a niche blog in. There's going to be a link in the description of this video that will take you to a full detailed video about how to find awesome niches. I'll try to insert a card here as well, so try to check in the top right corner. There should be a card with a link to that video as well. But one of the cool ways to do this is to Google for blogger income reports and then look at some of these compiled lists of blog income reports, and you can actually see what other successful blogs are doing in various niches. And as you scroll through the reports, you can see here there are some travel blog income reports, lifestyle blog income reports. So you can actually get some ideas from just Googling for income reports, because you will see real numbers and real income of blogs in a variety of different niches. That's one way to sort of jog your memory. Item number 3 that I want to talk about is the concept that I call wide name and narrow start. So this is all about how to make sure that the name that you choose for your website or for your blog is consistent with your future plans. So let's look at one example, what I call the wrong example. A wrong example, if we go with the nootropics and performance enhancement sort of niche, is to register a domain and call your website bestmemorynootropics.com. This is a case of your name being so far down the list of niches. So you've got, health, you've got supplements, then you've got nootropics, and then you've got memory nootropics. So basically this name, this bestmemorynootropics.com, is at the very lowest level. And it might sound like a very good idea, but in reality, you'll probably run out of content to publish very soon, because there are perhaps only 50 different memory nootropics. And once you've published those 50 articles, it's very hard to get any other keyword ideas to keep publishing content on. And if with this name, you've locked yourself into only publishing about memory nootropics, it would be kind of funny, I guess, to start publishing about natural supplements and about various diet, ways to increase your memory through diet, etc. Because in your name, you've already got that it's nootropics. So if somebody is looking in the search results and you see that it's about nootropics, they might not click onto your site if they're looking for natural ways to increase their memory. Okay, so the right way to do this is to give yourself a wide name, and the name that kind of represents the general brand, but does not go so far down the niche list that you're locking yourself into this very narrow, small niche. So a correct example in my mind would be to name your website something like liftyourself.com. So think about this when you're starting a new blog. If you call your blog liftyourself.com, it can go in so many different directions. And the first thing that you can cover is you can talk about those memory nootropics. You might have a lot of keywords that will fall into the memory nootropics niche, and that still works with liftyourself.com, okay? Because you're lifting yourself, you're lifting your performance, you're lifting your memory. Then once you've published all the content about memory nootropics, you can switch over to something like improving sleep nootropics. Okay, again, that's consistent with lifting yourself. Then in the future, you can switch over to dietary ways. So through diet, how do you lift yourself through diet? You can go into juicing, you can go into a lot of different things, into exercise, how to lift yourself through exercise. So your name allows you to expand in the future, and you can have this narrow start, and then you can expand in the future. And it's very important not to lock yourself into a super narrow niche from the very start. The fourth thing that you need to do if you want to start driving massive traffic to your website is you need to make sure that you do a good job with keyword research. Keyword research is critical, and it's very much the reason why we've been able to succeed in this very hard fitness niche. And keyword research, in my mind, lies at the very foundation of a successful blog. You need to make sure that you publish the articles on the keywords where the competition is low enough for your blog to stand the chance to actually get the traffic. So let's work through some examples here. I want to give you some tips on choosing the keywords. So if we decided to go and start publishing our first few articles on the nootropics, then one of the ways to do this would be to analyze the nootropics expert or any website out there in the Ahrefs Site Explorer tool. So once you've found another website that is already successful in this niche, you can plug them into the Site Explorer tool, and Ahrefs will actually tell you all of the keywords that this website is currently ranking for. So if we analyze nootropics.com, then if we look at the overview, we will see that they're currently ranking for 19.1 thousand organic keywords. Ahrefs estimates they get about 8.8 thousand visitors per month, even though this is normally a lot lower. They're probably getting more like 20 or 30,000 visitors a month. This is usually too low. But the important thing here is we can actually check which keywords they're currently ranking for in Google. And we can see there are 15,000 different keywords. Now, I generally recommend, if your website is new, that you go for keyword difficulty of maximum 7. So under KD, you can apply maximum 7, and then you can choose the keywords from this list. Now, generally, if I see there are still thousands of different keywords that I can go for, I will generally change this and I will bring this down even further. Because why would I publish on keyword difficulty 7 when I can go for something like 4? That will make my job easier, and it will ultimately result in more traffic faster. So now I can see that there are all of these keywords that this website is ranking for. And I normally go through the list and I try to find good keywords, and then I start looking at these keywords in more detail. So let's go with the example of these methylene blue nootropics. So what we can see here is the volume of search is estimated at 250 searches per month. So I generally go for anything that's got over 100 search volume per month. 250 is pretty good. Obviously, if it's higher, then that's even better. But anything for a new site, anything over 100 is pretty good. Then I look at this thing here, SERP. So if you click this down, then you will actually see that we get the information about what pages are currently, or what websites are currently ranking on page 1 for this search term. And this is really crucial information. The things here to pay attention to are firstly this AR, and the way that this AR works, this stands for Ahrefs rank. So all of the websites in Ahrefs, they're ranked from the strongest website, which is number 1, to the weakest website, which is probably something like 250 million. So the higher this AR, the better for us. And I generally like to see at least one of the search engine results to be 1 million or more. So here I can see that there is one at 3.2 mil, 2.4 mil another one, and the third one 3.6 mil. So this tells me that there are at least 3 pretty weak websites that are currently ranking on page 1 of search results. And that means that I will have, with my brand new website, I will have a really good chance of getting onto page 1 as well. The next thing that I normally look at is this item here, backlinks and domains. So this tells me for each of these websites or each of these pages on those websites, how many backlinks they currently have. So backlinks are links from other sites on the internet to each of these sites. So for example, what I can see here is that this last website, limitlessmindset.com, which is a pretty cool name, by the way, for a website, it's got Ahrefs rank of 3.6 mil and it has 0 backlinks. Now guys, this is very important information for us, because it means that this weak website that doesn't have a lot of authority is managing to rank on page 1 with 0 backlinks. It means that if we write a high quality article, and that article is at least as good as this article on this website, we have a really high chance of actually being on page 1 of Google as well. The last thing that I normally do, I take a look at a couple of these weaker domains and I analyze what their page actually looks like. So if we open this in a new tab like this, then I take a look at how long and how complicated is their content. So what I can see here is the article. All right, so normally I take a quick read of the article, and then I also look at the size of the article. So I've got this word counter extension installed. So if I select all of these and then I count these words, it tells me that there are only 554 words. Now, this information is really, really important, because it means that this website, it's a weak website and it has got 0 backlinks, and they have written an article with just 554 words, and they managed to rank on page 1 of Google. That is very important information to me, because it means that if I write a very in-depth, high-quality guide on this keyword methylene blue nootropic, I will have a brilliant chance of ranking on page 1. So if I write like a 1,500 ultimate guide style post on this keyword, I'm probably going to land on page 1. So this is how I go about my keyword research. Please drop me a comment below. Let me know what you think about this approach of analyzing keywords and how you guys go about this as well. I'd love to hear from you. Now let's move on. My method number 5 of being able to drive traffic to my blogs and websites is making sure that I use the right tool. Now, I use Ahrefs, and I'm not associated with Ahrefs in any way. I'm not an affiliate for them. They don't pay me anything. I just think that it's a brilliant tool. It's the most useful and the most powerful keyword research tool that I have ever used. Now, I know that a lot of you have told me in the previous videos that Ahrefs is way too expensive. And let's face it, it is. $99 a month is not cheap. But I want to draw your attention to something. They're currently still offering a $7 trial for these first 2 plans. And if you get this $7 trial, that lasts you 7 days, and you can actually batch up all of your research. And if you are on a tight budget, you can do all of that research, all of your keyword research, find all of the keywords that you can possibly need in those 7 days. And then if you've got no other choice, then you can cancel the subscription, but at least that gets you going. That will be enough for you to do all of your keyword research for the next 2 or 3 months. Just get this $7 trial for 7 days, be organized, find all of your keyword ideas, and do all of that research in those 7 days. So this is a way for you to be able to afford a high quality keyword research tool and set yourself up for success by making sure that you choose the right keywords. Item number 6 that you need to do if you want to drive traffic to your website or blog is to make sure that your content is top notch. Gone are the days where you could publish a 300 or 500 word article and hope to get onto page 1 of Google. It just does not happen anymore. You need to write high quality, in-depth content. So I will show you an example here. I'm currently ranking for quite a few things on page 1 with many of my blogs, but if somebody is searching for free traffic sources, I'm there on position 4 or 5, Caffeinated blogger website. And this article is a long form article. You will notice that I've got probably 2,500 words in this article. And that's the reason why I was able to get onto page 1 in such a competitive keyword like free traffic sources in this kind of competitive niche. And that's exactly what we do in our fitness website. We publish long form content. Now, the good thing is that, of course, if you're using a keyword tool like Ahrefs, then you will be able to see what is there on page 1, and you will be able to see how many words your competitors have published. So you only really have to beat the competitors. So for example, you might research this competitor and find out how many words they've got in their article. Then research the rest of them, count the number of words, and make sure that your article is ideally the longest and the most in-depth out of all of those competitors on page 1. This is going to help you massively to rank on page 1 of Google. I have a very detailed video about how to write blog posts and articles for your websites and blogs. Check the link in the description below. I'll take you step by step for how to do that. I'm also gonna try to put a card up here as well, so check in the top right as well. One of the common questions that I get on my videos is how to outsource content writing. So if you don't have time or the desire to write the content yourself, you can certainly outsource the content. And the way to do this, the way that I personally do this, is through Upwork. So Upwork.com is where I find all of my writers. This is an actual example of the job post that I published a little while ago when I was looking for a blog writer just recently for our fitness and weight loss niche. And you can see here is the exact job post that I used. So I told them that I'm building a large content site. I need somebody who can write in depth, and I published this on the Upwork website. And after that, once I started getting the applications from the prospective writers, I basically gave each one of them an assignment, a trial assignment, and I chose the best one out of all of them. Sometimes you have to weed through quite a lot of applicants, but you will find a person that you would like to work with. The amount of money that I pay for, depending on who I'm working with, is anywhere from $18 to $25 per 1,000 words. So if I'm looking to publish an article that is 2,000 words long, it costs me between $36 and $50 per article. So this is everything that I did with our website to get over 120,000 visitors since we started our website. If you found this useful, give this video a quick like, put a comment below, let me know what you thought of the video. This helps me with the YouTube algorithm. And if you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe just below this video and click the bell notification icon as well. Thank you so much. My name is Greg Kononenko, the Caffeinated blogger, and I will see you in the next video.